installed it, please bear with us only in today's session, okay, in the interest of helping everyone to be on the same page, right? So just click on download now. Click on download, that's it. So all you need to do is just right click on it, go to show in folder and double click on it. It will ask you for your confirmation whether to go ahead with installing SQL Server. You just say yes and then click on basic setup. Once you click on basic in the installation window, and then it will ask you to accept, right? You have something like accept button. If you check on that accept button, you are all set. Next step is simply click on install and wait for some time, it will get installed. The next one is go to Google once again, side by side you can download it, okay? SSMS download, just type it, sorry, SSMS. When you search it in Google, so on the top of the list, you can find it, and just go to this Microsoft site and just scroll down a little bit. You will find something like free download for SQL Server Management Studio. Click on it, it will initiate the download. So once the download is over, right, make sure that your SQL Server installation was successful. Okay, once the SQL Server installation was successful, only then you are supposed to go and install this. But you can download it parallelly, but you don't install mistakenly SSMS first. Install only SQL Server and then you can install SSMS. SSMS also pretty simple. Simply click on next install. That's it. It will get installed. But make sure that you are installing whatever the 18.11, right? So version 18.11, 11.1, right? You can do it and then do it. And I don't know, you are posing this issue. I'll share. I'll make you a host.
Oh, sir, I didn't install because it couldn't uninstall. It's saying like as Vani suggested to reinstall the OS. So I'll do it tomorrow. Meanwhile, you can continue the session.
Vani,
No worries.
you did the reinstallation of OS?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Okay.
I reinstalled the OS and I downloaded the registration.
One way it is good, otherwise, breaking it, wasting waste of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no worries, sir. I'll
yeah,
do
fine.
it tomorrow.
I don't know what you do is in that case, once you, reinstall your OS, you just get back to me, right? So we'll try to help you out remotely in Zoom, right? I'll share you one video link, you watch it and you do it, okay?
Yeah, sure, sir.
I don't know, you delete in everything folders, all folders.
Yeah, everything I have deleted, Vani. Just it's
Just
pending in
what you have
control
saved
panel.
in some other desktops or any program files will be there na.
Yeah.
Drive, EF or everything will be there na. In
Yes.
that also.
Okay, fine.
It will be saved some other in recycle bin also it will be there means it will not get installed.
How
Okay,
about
okay, Vani.
Sweta? Sweta, you are successful in installing it, both SQL Server and SSMS?
Yeah, I have installed.
Oh, great. Okay, you are able to install both, right? Very good. So, okay, so those of you have installed it successfully, and if you are yet to install it, please go ahead and install it now. Also, it is not too late. Okay, next, what we will do is, since I already installed SSMS and most of you installed SSMS, what I do is I just go to the start menu, start button, right? Just next to that, you have the search option. Here, you just type SSMS, launch the SSMS, okay, SQL Server Management Studio. Just launch it and then you watch my screen. That's it. Okay, in today's session, we will begin with the overview of Microsoft SQL Server and then move on with help you to understand how to use SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, a little bit on the navigation part, okay. And SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, is a pretty nice graphical user interface using which you can write SQL queries and you can perform data manipulations. And then next we will take a look at the different data types that are available as part of Microsoft SQL Server. Along with this, we will also explore the built-in functions that are available for each of these data types. So what is SQL Server? SQL Server is a relational database management system. What is SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Okay. SQL Server is a relational database manager. So there are a few different editions of SQL Server softwares are available. The editions which includes Express, the one I have shown you a while back, right? It's a free one. And developer edition is also available. This is also free. It is meant for testing and development. I would recommend better you can download Express and install the basic version of it. And then the standard and enterprise editions are paid one. So it is meant for enterprises. If the enterprises have more volume of data and if they want to enable security, in that case they have to go for licensed edition. Okay, now before we proceed with the data types and other things, first of all, let us understand what is database management system. So here I told you the SQL Server is a relational database management system. Not only SQL Server is a relational database management system, even Oracle is a relational database management system. MySQL Server is also a relational database management system. And you have something called Postgres, and that is also relational database management system. Before we understand relational database management system, first of all, what is database management system is all about, right? So we will understand that one first. Let me just check something went wrong with this. It's not working. Okay, just give me a second. Yes, Srikanth, sorry, good that you reminded. Oh my god, so far I discussed. Anyhow, don't worry, I will probably, I have another piece of video, I will combine it together. Okay, so the difference between SQL and TSQL: SQL is a non-procedural, whereas TSQL is a procedural one, which means, right, the case of procedural language, the code will be processed as a block, okay, logically in a structured order. Okay, the case of SQL, you fire the SQL queries sequentially. Okay, you can, but in the case of procedural language like Transact SQL, you can submit your SQL queries as a batch by batch. You can submit it to your SQL engine. Okay, so that is the difference between these two. So the SQL queries are more or less same, but there are some difference between the typical ANSI SQL and Transact SQL. Okay, now it is time to launch our SQL Server Management Studio. Already I launched it. So those of you have not done, here you just go to SSMS and click on this. And if you have not done yet, don't worry, I'll come back to you later. I'll share other video, you can watch it and install it. But without my guidance, don't do it. There are already 2 participants, they suffered. Okay, it took longer time, and end of the day they had to reinstall the operating system itself. Okay, so don't do that mistake. Okay, so once you launch the SQL Server Management Studio, you simply click on connect. So don't make any changes here, but if you want to see it, you can just click on this drop down here and you can see analysis servers. This is called SSAS, this is called SSRS, this is called SSIS. The SSIS is meant for performing any ETL action. This is for reporting purpose, this is for analytical service, like you can create cubes, everything as part of this one. So these 3 put together, they call it a Microsoft Business Intelligence, MSBI. Okay, and anyhow, let's not worry about all these things. By default, whatever the values are there here, don't change it. So okay, just click on connect. So Windows authentication is there. Don't change anything here. Simply you click on connect. It will get connected. Let's wait for some time. Okay, on the left side, if you see here, right, you can see your SQL Server name, which is nothing but your laptop name. Laptop, whatever the name you mentioned, right, that is the one. And the next one is SQL Express. This is the one will get, as part of the installation, it gives some name. You don't worry about this. And just beneath this, you will find databases. So all these things you can find it under Object Explorer. Okay, you just expand this databases by clicking on the plus sign, so it will get expanded, and just click on the databases, right click on this one and create a new database. All of you please go ahead and create along with me. Here you can give some name, whatever name that you want, you can create. So you can do it. So here you can say something like sales database, something like, okay, sales, and then click on OK. Don't do anything, click on OK. It will take for a while. So you can see the executing thing here, right? So you can see the progress here. So now my database got created, sales. We are all set. Okay, and when you expand tables, since right, even I set up the SQL Server Management Studio recently, hence I don't see any tables here. Okay, so I need to create some tables here. What I do is, instead of creating the tables, look here, I have the sales data, sales, my database name is sales. I created just a while back. Right click on it, and then what I do is new database, and okay, 1 second, tasks. I just go to task and then take offline data discovery, shrink, generate scripts. You have something called generate scripts, import flat file, import data. Here some options are available here. Don't worry, I will share the data now. See, it opens wizard, SQL Server import and export wizard. But don't worry, we'll create tables, everything. Don't worry. Okay, at this moment, simply follow what I say. And you need some data to load it there. In real time scenario, this is how it will be, because they expect you to, they'll give some files, and they expect you to load the files into your database, or in your organization they have given you data in Excel file, you want to load it into a database, and then you want to start practicing. This is for your learning purpose, you can do it. Okay, I'll just show you here the data set. Second, I'll just, yeah, this is the data set. I'll just share this link to you all. Make sure that you are downloading this one, NC sales latest.zip. You don't have to do anything here. Okay, 1 second, I need to sign here. This is called GitHub. In the GitHub, we just upload these files. All you need to do is just, I'll share this link. You just go and download this file. Once you download this file in your laptop, you can unzip it. Look here, I just share this link in the chat window. You can find the link there. You can go there and download it. And if you go to this link, you will not find it here. Okay, at first glance you cannot find it here. Control F and see sales. So you will find 3 files here. You need to do Control F, search it. This one, last one. Just click on it, and then you will find download button here. Click on download, it will get downloaded. So just check the chat window. In the chat window, I shared the link. Just click on the link. It'll open up something like this here. Okay. You don't have to do anything. Simply press Ctrl and F. Type NC sales. Press enter. You will find 3 files here. The last one you can download. See, you can see 1 minute ago, right? This is 29 days ago. It's a older one. Download this one. This one has all the latest data in it. And then you go to your folder. Anyhow, I will just do it alongside with you because I have many non-developers are there here. I just click on this one. I just show him. See, now I downloaded the zip file. I just copy it, and then in the D drive, if you have D drive, you just go there and new, click, create a new folder, something like data, or something like some meaningful, or data. You just, data is already there. Sales data, something like that. You just paste it. That's all, and right click on it, extract here. Look here. So the fact table and all these files are there. Okay, fine. Now the next one is, okay, now I unzipped it. I hope all of you are doing it side by side, except those could not install it. Don't worry, at least just watch my screen. Okay. And the next step is you just go here and right click on the database which you created a while back, and then go to the tasks. In the task you will find something like export data, import flat file, and it is a XLS file. Hence I'm going to click on import data. Now it has opened the wizard. If you have 4 GB RAM, it will take some time. You have to have patience. Okay. And here we need to select the source is Microsoft SQL, right? This is the file that I unzipped it. From that file, I need to load it into my SQL Server sales database. Okay. See, SQL, it's something like this. So this is the SQL Server. You install this software, right? So this is and then we created a database by the name of sales. You just think the database is something like a container. So in the container, you can store all the data, right? So you can store one or more tables. I don't want to complicate with many things out, creating index and various other objects. I'm going to limit as of now with tables. So my database is a container. It is nothing but a container. So I gave some meaningful name as sales. An SQL Server can have one or more databases like sales, right? You can create this sales database. Likewise, you can create n number of databases. You have DB2, database 2, and database 3. Likewise, you can create n number of databases. A single SQL Server, using a single SQL Server, you can host multiple databases, and each database you can create more than one table. Hope it's perfect, right? It's picture perfect for you all. A single SQL Server can have multiple databases, and each database can have multiple tables. So these are the tables. Okay. So what we have done, we have created a database by the name of sales, and now I need to load the data from my Excel file to these tables. Okay, so now what I do is the path I need to specify the Excel file path. You need to tell in which folder your file is there, isn't it? So here I just created the folder name as sales data. Just click on it and just click on it here, D:sales, right click on it, copy it, and then go to your SQL Server wizard, Excel file path. Next, oh, you need to specify file name also. Sorry, my file name is, let's say I start with the ncsales.xls. okay, I just right click on it, you just rename it, right? So simply you give something there, you can copy it and then you can paste it here. Okay, that's it. So or else you can click on browse, simply you do this. Yeah, so best thing you can do it this way. Simply you select this one, click open, that's it. It will automatically display them, so that the chances of making the typing mistake is very less. And click on next. Could not be failed. Okay, so here the data sources Microsoft SQL. Even in my system, I think this one got